Good morning, guys. It's Tuesday. It's really Tuesday this time. I know I had my days all mixed up. When you're working, you lose track of time, or when you're old, whatever the case may be, you lose track of time and whatever. But it is Tuesday, and I am on my way to work. Not the new job, the job that I had last week. I'm going back to. The situation worked out where the job I went to Saturday, I did a good job, did a good showing. Went to the orientation. They evaluated my high-low driving skills, and they turned me loose on the truck. They let me unload the truck and reload the truck, with the high-low. And I did a good job, got it loaded, unloaded, and I believe a reasonable amount of time, because the truck's got to be loaded and unloaded so they can get out, so the next truck can come in, and, it's kind of fast-paced, not fast-paced, but you know what I'm saying, you can't be, messing around. So, did a good job, even worked later because I went and put some stuff out on the floor, messed around with the scanner a little bit and whatever. Had issues with that scanner because the darn writing is so small on there, but I got it done. And ended up working a little later than I was supposed to. I was supposed to get off at 2, but I worked until like 3:30 because I just lost track of time. But anyway, I went on ahead and punched out, got on out of there. Was supposed to work Sunday, but I got there and the guy was there. He said, "Look, we're not working today and whatever, you guys can go back home. I just came here to make sure I was here so I let you guys know that you ain't got to work." But I'm like, "Okay, fine, thank you. Appreciate you being here, letting us know." So I got Sunday off. Came back home, took Cole for a walk right quick. Went home, went to bed, slept all day, whatever. By the time the day was over, it got cooler, it cooled off a little bit, went to the park or whatever. Tried to call my father, couldn't get through, a call a couple of times, couldn't get through. Either he was on the phone with somebody else already, or his phone was just off, whatever. I don't know what the deal was or whatever, but probably on the phone with somebody and whatever. 'Cause my father's kind of long-winded. He talks, for a long time, and I know when I call him, I'm going to be on the phone for a while. So he probably was talking to somebody else, but I did try, made an attempt and whatever to call, but didn't work out, whatever. But my father, I got a good relationship with my father, and I appreciate him being my father. He took care of me, taught me a lot, whatever. But probably got my work ethic from him, because I know I didn't get it from my mother. So I owe him a lot for that and whatever. And that leads on to this one I'm about to explain to you. Like I say, I was supposed to go back to work today, which is Tuesday. They said they sent me another text saying that no work today. And from what I understand, we're not going to work tomorrow because it's tomorrow is Juneteenth, whatever. It's a national holiday. I gotta do some more research on that, figure out what the hell that is. I don't know what that is. Juneteenth, I never heard of that before, but we'll figure it out. And we'll see what's what. But the thing is, that's today and tomorrow, I wouldn't be working there. But last night, before I found out about we're not working today and tomorrow, my other temp service called me and said that the job that I worked at the last week or whatever before wanted me back, and they're willing to let me come on back or whatever. They need me and whatever. They say that they asked for me specifically because on Monday they sent somebody else out there to take my place because I wasn't, I didn't answer the app or whatever. So that person was supposed to come there and sweep up and clean up, do the same thing I was doing when I was there. But they left after a couple of hours, and the customer was really upset and pissed off because that person left. And this is the second time that's happened. 2 different people come there and left, didn't do half the day, And I don't know why they left, but I'm gonna ask today, find out or whatever. They probably just didn't want to do it. So a lot of people don't want to work by themselves. Me, I love it, but the point is, they asked me if I would come in. Well, I told them I couldn't do it. Well, because I got the other job and everything. I'm driving a high low now. I'm making more money and all that and everything. But something is going on, where because of this holiday, probably people have taken holiday. Usually when holidays come, or whatever, people got time off. They'll schedule their vacation time around that holiday so they can have the day before, the day after, and stretch it out, or even the whole week and whatever. So that's probably what a lot of people have done, and so they don't have enough people. Even with the new people they got, they don't have enough people to run the production or whatever. So instead of just telling us that and saying, look, take the week off or whatever, they jumped the gun and got us in there, ran us in there Saturday for their orientation or whatever, and they're not gonna probably let us start working until probably next week or whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to this job and see what's going on, and we'll see. But I'm working today simply because the other job that I worked on, I was so exceptional and so good at my job, so good at working. And guys, it's not rocket science. It's sweeping up floors, cleaning up. You saw the video. I'm just going from room to room, cleaning up floors, sweeping up, taking the old boxes from the carpenters and the carpet people and the tile people accumulate, because they're using them to, the boxes are the materials that they're using to make the do the construction come in boxes or whatever. They don't want to take time to take the boxes and throw them away. I'm taking the boxes, putting them in the dumpster, organizing the dumpster so we can get as much stuff into the dumpster as possible, and taking care of business, sweeping the floors and cleaning up behind them, working where I'm not in their way, but yet I'm keeping things out of their way and whatever. Obviously, that's something that most people can't do, or are unwilling to do. But I tend to do it exceptionally well, because they ask for me by name. They don't want nobody else unless I come, period. And I turn the guy down and say, man, I can't do it, whatever. I'm working this other job, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to work tomorrow, blah, blah. Then I look at my phone and I got this text saying that we're not working. So I'm like, you know what? Let me call them back, whatever. So I call them back. By the time I call them back, it was too late. I have the hours time, or whatever. So I left a message saying that I will be there. So I'm going, and if they want me to work, then I'll work. If they don't want me to work, then I wasted a trip, out there. But at least I tried. I'm going to show up. So, and if they don't, they're not going to pay me for showing up or whatever. It's on me. It's cool. I'm cool with that. Breakfast. But anyway, so I don't like to give advice on my channel. I just tell people what I do, how I do it, why I do it. And if you agree with it, then fine. If you don't agree with it, then fine too. I really don't give advice, mainly because most of my people that watch my channel are my age and right around my age. So by the time you get to be my age, you've already lived your life and done your thing. None of my advice I'm going to give you is going to help you by the time you get to be my age, because by the time you're my age, you've already got kids, which I would have advised against. You've already gotten married probably to the wrong woman, and you probably divorced or whatever, and you probably got a situation going, which I have never been married or whatever, though I have a woman that I've been with for 30 years plus, and we're managing to make it work. We're doing good, whatever. We have our times, but we're still together, and we're not gouging each other's eyes out. There's one thing to be together, but if you're together and you're gouging each other's eyes out, that's no good. You don't need to be together. But if you're together and you can tolerate each other, then you got it made. But if you can't, then you shouldn't be together at all. But plus, I don't do drugs or alcohol. Never have, never will. Most people do drugs and have done alcohol, and they've got those issues to live with or whatever, and they've had them since they was teenagers probably. can't change that, Now, by the time they're my age, they probably realize how futile it is. It's too late. It's too late by then, And my demographic of the people that watch my videos, there are not many young people in their 20s or even teens that would really benefit from any advice that I would give them. Teenagers would benefit from my advice, however, if they would follow it. Chances are they wouldn't follow it because I'm a lame. I'm a geek. I'm a what would you call it? Loser, whatever. But they don't get it. Everybody's in a damn hurry. It's Tuesday. I left early enough to get to work on time. I don't have to fly to work whoever top speed. And you guys can see people passing me by. No big deal. But anyway, I'll make sure I reverse this video before I post it. But so I don't give advice because the younger people aren't going to listen to me, and the older people, it's too late for me to save you. It's too late for me to give you the advice that would have stopped you from having a lot of heartache, a lot of pain, a lot of mistakes you could have made in your life or whatever. It's too late. You've already done it. So I just keep my advice to myself. I just tell you how I live and how I do my thing, but why I do it the way I do it, and whatever, and everything, so you can understand. But advice is futile when it's it isn't going to help anybody. Now if you're like me and you've managed to make it through life to your 40s, 50s, and you've never done drugs, you've never done alcohol, you don't have any wife and kids or whatever, you're able to live your life on your terms, you're able to go from job to job, not have to put up with the bullshit from the jobs, and not have to put up with people. You can quit when you feel like it because you haven't gotten yourself painted into a corner with a real expensive mortgage, real expensive cars, real expensive stuff, or whatever, and you don't look at other people trying to compare yourself with other people, making yourself unhappy, because it's always going to be somebody better looking, somebody that's got more money, somebody that's got a better looking woman than you got, whatever. It's always going to be that. It's always going to be that way. Until you are able, or unless you are able to accept that fact and be able to live with it without being bitter because of it, or without being jealous, your life is going to be miserable. I'm not jealous of a single living person on this planet, no matter how much money they got, no matter how many beautiful women they got, no matter how nice a house they got, no matter how nice a car they got, no matter none of that stuff. If they're paying, they're making a little more money than me, whatever. I don't care. All I care about is making my little money that I can make to do what I gotta do to live my little life and whatever in my little bubble. I don't have no problem with nobody or nothing else, unless you try to enter that bubble. You try to come in that bubble, then there's gonna be problems, because you got this whole planet and over 8 billion motherfuckers to fuck with. You don't have to fuck with me. You don't have to come into my bubble, my little space. You got all that other space, the whole planet to deal with. All these continents that you can live on and get messed with, all this other places you can go, but you want to fuck with me? No, I'm not having it. Not having it. Your ass has bad luck if you come messing with me. Leave me the fuck alone. You're going out of your way to fuck with me. That means that there's a demon in control of you. But we're not gonna get into the demon thing. I'll end up running off the road, whatever, because I got so riled up. But yeah. So that's my, only advice I can give to people is, and the thing is, if you're not like this, you're not gonna be a loser or asshole, or a lazy son of a bitch, and listen to me and be like, you know what, that makes sense. I'm gonna start working my ass off on the job. I'm gonna start, giving an extra 10%, or 110% on the job, whatever. You're not gonna do that shit. Your mindset is already set to where you're gonna be a slacker. You're gonna fit in with everybody else. You're gonna be one of the the matrix. You're gonna be in that mindset. Don't try to stand out. Don't be different. Don't be a freak. Don't be because people will target you, and it's true, they will target you because they want you to be the same as them, and they can't stand to see you be different, and they will fuck with you, and that'll just make you hate them even more because you don't care about them living their lives and doing what they're doing, and you can see the bullshit that they're doing. You can see they're fucking themselves up and whatever, and that's why you don't do the shit that they do, and they see that you don't do the shit that they do, and they're pissed off at you for not fucking your life up like you're fucking there, like they're fucking theirs up and whatever. It's insane, God help them if shit ever hits the fan, and I'm turned loose on this world of motherfuckers and shit that ain't shit. God help you, because I won't. But anyway, that's another video there. After shit hits the fan, the kind of person I will be. That's gonna be a hell of a video there. But anyway, I'm on my way to work. I'm gonna make it a good day. It's gonna be a good day. I'm going to a job where I'm appreciated, and I'm appreciated because I give 110% on the job. I'll outwork everybody else around me. I stand out every job. The last job I was on, I told you guys I worked 11 and a half hours. They paid me for 13 hours because I stayed over later than anybody else. I worked harder than anybody else. I paid the price for it, though. I was sore the next day and whatever. But I got paid more money or whatever, And I'll keep that to myself. I tell you guys, but unless these guys watch my videos, they would never know that I'm making more money than they are, or I make more money than they did, whatever. It happens on the job all the time or whatever, This has happened very few and very far between. I worked on jobs where they'll give me an extra hour or two for working harder, or they'll give me I hope I didn't pass my exit. I don't think I did, but anyway, I've even been slipped cash on jobs with $100 on jobs. Your boss is like, here's an extra $100 or whatever, just for being a good worker. Don't tell anybody else I gave this to you. I've gotten gift cards from jobs, or whatever. I've gotten employee of the month from different jobs, simply because I stand out. I work better than other people. I work harder, which is not hard to do because most people are lazy. If you just do your job and stay focused on what you're doing, don't talk and bullshit with other people, just stay constantly working, you've outworked 90% of the people you're working with, just by that. Going to the bathroom when you really have to go to the bathroom, not just going to the bathroom just to fuck off, whatever. 90%, you've already outworked. You're noticed already just from that. Now, most of the time, the bosses don't give a shit. They'll let you work yourself into the ground and won't give you a penny more most of the time. So be ready for that. Don't expect, extra shit and whatever just because you're working harder than everybody else. Whatever. They don't owe you nothing. You're getting paid for it. But there are good people in the world, and there are people that will recognize that you're doing more than other people and will compensate you for it. Not much. They'll do the best they can, because remember, they're employees just like you are. They're not the boss. They're just your supervisor. Now if I've worked on jobs where the actual boss, the actual owner of the company has been there, and they see me working, and they're the ones that really give me, slip me $100 bill, or something like that, or give me extra hours or whatever. I got an extra day on a job one time over there. One time the boss told me, listen, take a day off tomorrow or whatever. I'm gonna pay you for a vacation day. And this place don't even have vacation days. And the guy says, take off tomorrow, come back, whatever the next day was or whatever. I'm gonna pay you for, tomorrow or whatever. Rest up. You did a good job today. You busted your ass. You deserve a break. And I didn't even know this guy had any power to be able to do that. I didn't even know who he was, you know, because I'm so, my head in my ass and working, doing my job. You know, it happens, guys. It happens. You know, you got a choice. Either cater to the person that's paying your money, that's paying you your salary, that's putting the roof over your head in your house, putting gas in your car, putting food in your mouth on your table, or cater to the assholes that's working beside you, that wants nothing more than to see you get fired, or hate to see you get a little more than they're getting or whatever, and don't want to work themselves and don't want to see you outwork them, you know, outshine them, because they're always watching. Everybody's always watching, always fucking comparing themselves to the next guy, you know. They're staring at you, just looking, you know, like a faggot. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to use that word, but, you know, I think it's about time. That's enough for this video. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.